Hi guys, welcome to another Divi theme video. This is Jamie from System22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. We got another fun one for you today. It's a sort of beginner scroll effect thing. If I roll down the page, we got that little dark section appearing at the bottom. As I scroll up the page, got two little eyeballs going to appear and then a little call to action button, and they're going to stay there for the rest of the way up the page there. And of course they can stop it, they can roll over it, but of course this will look just as good on tablet and mobile. If I hit my F12 key, I'm using Google Chrome here with the inspector tools, but most browsers have this nowadays. If I roll down again, there it is again. Because we're on an iPad, they're going to be stacked. That works just as well for us right there. And of course on a phone, I roll back down, similar deal. Eyeballs are going to come in, and then the little call to action right there. Really easy to do. You'll be glad to know there's no coding involved in this today whatsoever. We're just using the inbuilt features of the Divi theme itself. So let's get started. I'm going to enable the Visual Builder. Once enabled, let's roll down to where we want to work. There's our little section that we had fading in there. There's a little mega menu with icons we did the other day. Let's select this section. We'll get rid of it and we'll start from scratch. I'm going to hit the little trash can. Okay, decide where you want to put yours. I'm going to put mine about halfway down the page here, so we've got a little bit of scroll room. It's not a very big page. So I'm going to put it just after these little blurb modules here. I'm going to click on the section above. I'm going to hit the little blue button to add a new section. I'm going to use a regular section. In my section, I'm going to have 2 columns. Okay, in the first column is where I'm going to put my image. It's going to roll down, pop a little image module in there. And I cut out some little eyeballs there. I went over to, well, I use Night Cafe, but you can go over to whatever your favorite AI is and generate some eyeballs. That's what I'm putting in my little first one there. And in the second one, I'm going to put a little call to action. I mean, if you wanted to put anything you want in here, just a regular button, but I'll put a call to action so we can have a little title on top of it. There it is right there. Yeah, it's to say get 50% off, or whatever it is you want to say on yours, obviously. What you want the button to say, obviously. Now, I know you can't see a button there. That's because there's not one. The button's not going to show up until we put a link in for it just down below here. Now, I don't want any content in mine. If you do, obviously, put in what you want there. I'm going to make sure I've got no content there whatsoever. Then the link down below, here's the button link. As soon as you put a link in for that, the button will show up. Fantastic. Okay, well, let's just style the section how I want it. And then we can colorize this the way I want it also and add the scroll effects. So I'm going to save my changes here. I'm going to go into the section that it's sitting in. Just click on it. Go into the blue tab for the section. I'm going to make the background dark, just like that. Fantastic. I'm going to take any spacing away top and bottom. That'll be padding. So if I go to design, we can go to spacing down here. Let's take padding away by putting a 0 in the top, hitting the chain for the bottom. Still going to be a little too wide. We can adjust the row padding in a minute when we get this the size we want it. So let's do that. I'm going to save my changes there. I'm going to go back into this module. I'm now going to remove the background color. You always find background under content. Go down. Let's just trash that so it's sitting on the black background there. Great. Well, it's a little too far apart, and I'll adjust that in a minute. But I want to actually adjust the title text. I'm going to make it orange because that image has got a bit of an orange tint to it. I'm going to leave it on the default. And we'll do a similar thing for the button. So let's close up the title text. We'll go down to the button, hit the little create custom styles switch right there. So it says yes. I'm going to make that orange. And just to offset it a little bit, I think I'm going to make that border just 1 pixel wide. I'm going to go down to my text shadow down here. Or I should say to my box shadow down here. I'm going to put the all round one on. I'm going to make that orange so it gives it a Bit of a glow in the background. Great. Like I said, it's a little bit tight. So if we roll back up to button padding and button margin, I can pull it closer to our title here by giving it some negative margin, or I could go into the title itself and change the line height. Let's do that. To go into the title, just hit the little paintbrush associated with it. Again, that'll take us straight back to the title. Here's the line height. Let's change that one end to a 0 and see what happens. Yeah, I think that's going to work for me. Now to skinny it up a little bit more, it's still a little bit wide for me. I'm going to take any padding away from the row that we've got it sitting in. We did that for the section. Now let's do for the row. Green tab for the row. Design. Spacing. Put a 0 in the top there. Yeah, that shortens it up a little bit. That is not actually too bad. Could go down a little bit more by adjusting the image itself here. To do that, let's go into the image. We'll go to design alignment. We want to make sure this is in the middle so that on tablet and mobile, it's not over to one side there, obviously. We go to sizing just below that. And on the desktop version, I'm going to take the width down a little bit. So it's about the size that I want it, something like that. Now if we take some of this padding away here, we can shrink up our row. Go into the module here. Over to design and spacing is where we'll find the padding again. What happens if we put a 0 in there? It might take too much away. Yeah, that's too much. Try 10 and hit the chain so it's got 10 top and bottom. Let's get that up to about 20. Yeah, I think I'm going to call that the size that I want it, but that's entirely up to you, obviously. And again, go into sizing for this. I want to make sure that it's got it checked for the middle as well. And to see it on tablet and mobile, you can have different settings for both of those. If I hover over one of these, and this is common to all Divi modules, you'll see some little icons appear. If there's a little mobile phone type icon there, we can check it on tablet. That's how it's going to look, that's fine. And we can check it on phone. If you wanted to shrink that up, you can make that image smaller, but I think that's going to work for me. Now let's add a little scroll effect. So let's save everything we've got here. So I'm going to roll this up here. I'm going to go into my little image. Dark tab for the actual module itself. Remember the green tabs for the row it's sitting in. I'm going to go over to advanced and scroll effects. And we've got scroll transform effects right here. I'm going to use the fade in and out, the third tab. Click on it. We'll click the little switch, enable fading in and out. We got a viewport bottom and a viewport top. Top, obviously, bottom. When it comes in, as you can see, it started to do it. I want it to be invisible until it gets to almost 50% up the screen. Let's say 40%. So I'm going to drag the bottom one up to 40%. Now it says 0. So that means it's going to be invisible like that. 0 is invisible. 100% is fully visible. So when it rolls up now, it's going to be completely invisible until it gets to about there. Now I don't want to see this also. And we've got it staying at 100%, by the way, until it goes all the way up the screen. And I want this to fade in slightly after the eyeballs have. So we're using 40 and 50% here. If I right click over this, I can copy the fading in and out style. I can save this. We can go into our little call to action module now. We'll go in there, over to the advanced once again, to our scroll effects. Go to the third one along, right click on it, or I can paste the fading in and out there. And it's pasted that in for us. They should both fade at the same time. Now to make this one fade in after this one, I'm going to change that 50. I'm going to drag the little button up to 60. And we'll drag this one up to 50. Obviously adjust to taste. Now we're going to have the black bar, then the eyeballs. And then after that, the little call to action. Let's actually take this up to 70. So there's a bit more space between the two. Just gives it a little bit more drama. Black bar, eyeballs, call to action. And that'll stay there all the way up. And when we go back the other way, of course, it'll do the opposite. Now, if you wanted to make this a little more urgent, you could stick it to the top so it's there at all times. To do that, let's save our call to action settings. We'll go back into the actual section it's in, the blue tab for the section. Again, if we go in there and over to advanced, down to scroll effects, sticky position, we can say stick to the top. Now when we roll up, it'll stick to the top. So we roll down to the end of the page, we roll back down, it'll jump back into position and roll down again and do its little fade in, fade out. And there we have it. As you can see, no coding involved in this today. Let's save our changes and make sure this is going to work on the front end. Save draft or publish if you're ready. Let's exit the Visual Builder. And we'll go down. There's a little black bar just starting to appear at the bottom of the screen there. There's the eyeballs going to fade in. There's the call to action. Of course, they can roll over it and do their thing. When we get to the top, it's going to stick to the top. The rest of the site is going to roll underneath it. Roll back up. It's going to do the opposite. Really eye-catching thing to have on your site. Really easy to do, as you can see. And we can check it on tablet and mobile. Let's hit my F12 key. Here it is on iPhone 12. Coming into view, there's the eyeballs. There's the call to action. Perfect. It's going to stick to the top there. And do the opposite in reverse, obviously. And it'll look the same on an iPad. So there we have it. Don't forget, if you have any questions, pop them down below. I'll do my best to answer them for you, or make a little demo video just like this one. If you make something using this technique, put your little link down below. We'd love to check it out. So once again, this has been Jamie from System22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. If you've enjoyed this today, please give it a thumbs up, ring the bell, comment, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.